Hello and welcome. If this reading found you, then the support, the guidance, and the messages that come through from the cards today are meant for you. I had completely something else planned, but I'm being pushed and guided, actually, really strongly nudged to provide this today as a way of service. So this is meant to be a timeless read. So whenever you find this, the messages, the guidance, the support are meant for you. So just take what resonates and leave behind what you do not need. So we will begin just going to pop this in here, and I apologize. I sound a little bit sniffly because I have been just getting rid of a cold. So sorry about the hoarse throat and sniffles. And so I don't read strictly what is shown as the traditional reading. I read intuitively. I read holistically. I read the story that's coming through, and it's whatever is coming up, what I am being guided to intuitively. So we've got the Four of Cups and the Ten of Wands. There's been disappointment with whatever things have been going on in life thus far, but actually that disappointment is perceived. It's not the reality, it's in the mind, because there's this over here. You see it's being handed, but because the inner dialogue is so strong, that disappointment, that voice of, oh, woe is me, is so strong that unable to see, but can feel. You see the hands, the fingers, the finger and the thumb is slightly touching, can feel that there's something new, something else, something on the horizon that's coming through. Just need to look in a different direction, look away from what feels like it's disappointing. And with the Ten of Wands, I'm seeing new ventures. She's packed up everything and she's got everything that she needs here and here, right? These are like the comfort blankets. I'm seeing comfort blankets. I'm hearing comfort. So what was comfortable before is being left behind to come on a new journey, a new start, and going, you might feel like you're on the back hoof. Is that a phrase? I don't know. I'm hearing back hoof, on the back foot, like something is not as it should be, but actually stepping forward it's that whole idea of when you take action, the path reveals itself. The path doesn't reveal itself before you take action. So the action is needed. And so I'm just going to come on to the unfolding path because I'm hearing path, and this is the unfolding path tarot. What path is ahead? What is being? That's too many. Please give me a few. Give me the story of what is the path ahead? What path anew? Okay. Things want to jump out, but it's the Eight of Cups. Okay. Let's get one more on the path. The path, Four of Cups. So it's that repeated story. The repeated story of, if we've got the path here, there seems to be a repeated story. You cannot come onto the new path. The Eight of Cups, she's turned her back to all of this. So cups is water, and it's about flowing, but turning the back. What once served, what once was fulfilling. See how these are all like toppled over. So the path that was left behind is no longer fulfilling. And it was a disappointment. It's moving away from that disappointment, moving away from whatever was unfulfilling and coming into the new path. What is? So the disappointment, these are chakra cards just being called to find out where is the block? Where is the block coming from, residing, rising from? Please offer guidance on where the block is. Third eye chakra. Okay. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. Yes. So the block is that that you're not able to see, you're not able to trust, rather, the inner eye and see from within. So we need to kind of move away from what we see as guidance from the outside, the logical, and tap into what is needed from within, the higher self, the inner knowing. And yeah, Four of Pentacles, letting go of what, when you're holding on too tight to the logic, here's what I'm getting. When you're holding on too tight to the logic of doing things in a way that is accepted by the external, by the 3D, it's just going to kind of be disappointing. You're going to feel like you don't know where you're going, and the path won't unfold. So what we were saying here about the path only unfolding when you take action. And that action can only be taken when you trust your inner guidance, you trust your intuition, and not just what feels logical. Four of Pentacles, she's holding on too tight, you see. Yeah, Lovers, this is what's awaiting. It's that connection. And this Lovers is not, I'm not seeing this as somebody else. It's inner. It's that inner self, the love within yourself, finding the connection within. Because we all have at the bottom the world. Look at that. The world at the bottom. So the world is open to you if you take the guidance from within. This happiness, this never-ending circle of joy, of giving is what I'm hearing. And we all have this feminine and masculine within, the yin and the yang, the Ira and the Pingala. And actually in yogic science, the left side, the Ira, the yin, is the feminine, the moon, and then the Pingala, the right side, is the yang, the sun. And at the third eye is where in yoga there is the Ira and the Pingala, these two subtle energetic channels that run up alongside your spine. And it's not physical, it's subtle, it's energetic, and they converge to a central point here at the third eye chakra, the Agya chakra. And that is where the convergence happens. That is where the unity takes place between the two sides, between the the feminine and the masculine and coming into alignment into the central, which is the Shushmana. That is the intuition. That is the higher self. That is the connection to source. But that's not going to come to be if there isn't a trusting and a letting go of what was before, the disappointment, and holding on too tight. Right, can we get some more? What is on the horizon? Oh, would you look at that? Whew, Wheel of Fortune. What is on the horizon? Fortune. She is making magic. I'm seeing these circles again, you see, and we are in this 2026 is this year that we've just stepped into, and numerologically, that is the year of 10. And I'm hearing a lot from people that it's the year of the 1 because 1 plus 0 equals 1, right? But actually, if you take away the 0, you take away the most essential part that exists with the creation. So 1 represents newness, it represents creation, it represents beginnings, right? But the zero in Sanskrit is known as shunya. As shunya means 0, it means nothingness, but not nothingness in the sense of emptiness, but nothingness in the sense that from which everything erupted. And I'm just seeing all of these circles in here as well. The world, it's all circles, and you've got a lot of cups going on, and that's circles as well. So it's coming into using the 0, it's co-creation. So 1, yes, newness, new beginnings, new ventures, all of that, but not alone, in line, in tandem with the creator, the supreme consciousness, the super consciousness, God, whatever you might want to call it, source, whatever word you have for it. But you cannot create from a place of ego. You cannot create the future, the life, the new beginnings, leaving things behind to step into the newness from a place of just self-centered ego. It needs to be in tandem with the creator themselves. So this Wheel of Fortune, what is coming is this fortune. It's the magic that you can create with the creator. So it's having that understanding and the rootedness to be able to do that. I say rootedness because she's sitting in this Ardha Sukhasana. So it's the half lotus pose, Ardha Padmasana, sorry, the half lotus pose. And on the floor, on the ground, being grounded, but then having this connection with the higher consciousness, her eye here marked with a half crescent, a half moon or a crescent moon, in connection with, you see the left and the right side rising up together, feminine and masculine rising up together. So using your inner, the Ida and the Pingala, both energetic channels, channeling the feminine and the masculine, coming into balance to create your fortune, your future, whatever you've stepped away from, great things await. The whole world is at your feet, literally at your feet. Seeing the snake over here, if you can see the snake, the head going into the tail, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And I'm just remembering there is a story of the Samundra Manthan, I don't know if you know it. It's from the East, from India. And it's about how the two sides, this is where we've got the two sides again, the good and the bad, the demons and the demigods were trying to gain power, and Vasuki, the snake, was being used to churn. Samudra Manthan, literally, Manthan means to churn, and Samudra is the ocean, and they were churning the ocean. And when the ocean was being churned, the first thing that came out was all of the poison, right? And all of the poison, when that came out, it was poisoning the entire earth. I don't know why this story is coming forward, but it's meant for someone, and there's a reason behind it. But that poison, Lord Shiva was called upon to take that poison out from the oceans. Otherwise, it was going to poison the entire, all the realms. So that poison Lord Shiva took and he drank, and he stopped it right there in his throat. That's why he's called Nilkant, the blue-throated god. So he's got that blue throat if you see depictions of Lord Shiva. And then after came loads of different boons, loads of different positive things were created from the churning of the ocean with the snake. And the demigods were at the tail, the demons were at the head, and they were being poisoned with whatever was being released from the head. And at the end came the nectar, the Amrit, which is life-giving, and that's what everybody wanted. Everybody wanted that nectar, and there was a huge battle. But the story, it's coming forth because I think you've got, whoever this message is for, you've got to do some churning within. You need to sit in practice of whatever you practice, in silence, and churning, self-reflecting, and removing what no longer serves, the poison, and getting rid of that to get to the Amrit, to get to the nectar, the eternal nectar. And that's where, from that, the fortunes will arise. And all of this is for the connection with the inner intuition, trusting that. So if you're moving away, in order to move away from what no longer serves, the disappointments, the constant struggles, turning the back on things, and the internal dialogue that isn't serving, that is the medicine. That's the medicine of how to move away from all of this. I'm going to take one last one as a final message, whatever wants to come through as the final. We'll go for that. Okay. There is an overall story of moving away, retreat, what does not serve. Spirit guardian of winter. I mean, we are in winter still. If you're watching this when it's been uploaded around that time, we are in January, and retreat. So retreating to solitude, to do that inner churning, that inner reflection, to get the answers from the intuition. I thought I'd end with that, but we're going to take one from the Shaman Oracle as a final message of medicine. Okay. I did not expect that many, but we will take what has been given to us. You got child, beloved, heart of sky, Look at that child, whatever this, and getting an inner child. If you know anything about internal family systems, whatever this disappointment has been, whatever is being left behind, the inner child, it's whatever stories were from childhood. And that inner child needs the healing through that self-reflection, through the churning inside, sitting with what feels uncomfortable. And it's uncomfortable. Whatever has been the past stories, trying to unravel them, trying to pick them apart. But we can do it little by little, one knot at a time. It doesn't need to be all at once. And beloved, this I think is reaffirming that the lovers coming into the connection within, giving the love back to the inner child that maybe was not received at that time in that timeline. But in this timeline, you can do something about it. The heart of sky. It's beautiful. The imagery is stunning. And what I'm instantly drawn to is everything going on in her crown chakra. From third eye to crown, it's all exploding. Everything's explosive here. It's again that intuition, that inside you have everything that you need. We have the entire universe within us. There is a quote, Jo Brahmande Soi Pinde, from the scriptures, and it literally means whatever is outside in the external universe is actually within us in the internal body. Everything exists within. We just need to find the solitude, do the churning to reveal in order to make the magic happen. So I think that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your presence. And I am sending you all of the love. May you always be guided by your inner wisdom and light. See you in the next video. See you Saturday.